Hello, Saints. Thank you once again for tuning in. Today's message is titled Support of Perversion. And the reason that I'm releasing this message is because of the law that they passed, I believe, is in North Carolina that says that if you're born with a penis, you need to use the men's restroom. And if you're born a woman with a vagina, then you need to use the women's restroom. That is the natural order of things. And these people who are mad at this law are claiming that they're being discriminated against. And then you have these artists and these movie stars who have the nerve to open their mouth and speak about things concerning righteousness when they have no idea what righteousness is, because they follow the filth and all the degradation and all the debauchery of the music industry and also of the movie industry, which is Hollywood. The message, support of perversion, beginning in Isaiah 5:20. Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. Woe unto them that are wise in their own eyes and prudent in their own sight. Proverbs 11:3-4. The integrity of the upright shall guide them, but the perverseness of transgressors shall destroy them. Riches profit not in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivereth from death. Now, a lot of these movie stars are now speaking out, and they're not speaking against they are not speaking for HB2. They are speaking against it, saying that it is discriminatory. But all these movie stars are getting a paycheck from Hollywood, and all these artists, they want to be able to sell their songs and their records, so they're not going to say anything to offend the sodomites who are in control of Hollywood and the record industry. All of you that have a buck or two act like you're going to live forever. Truth be told, your money won't mean squat when you leave this world and stand before Jesus for the covetous, selfish, and greedy life you live. It won't matter how much money you had when you are in hell. For example, Bruce Springsteen has the nerves to open his mouth thinking that he drives the thoughts and what people should do in this country. He's speaking about something that he knows nothing about. What he needs to do is stick to holding his guitar and dancing around on the stage. That's what he needs to stick to. Bruce Springsteen, the boss, you may be the boss to some and a god to others, but you are nothing to me. And the words that come from your mouth only mean something to you and all the fools that listen to you. You act like you speak for all the people that live in this nation. You don't call shots on everyone, Bruce. Your words are trash and mean nothing to us who serve Jesus, our Savior. We listen to him, not you, Bruce. In fact, I don't care if I ever hear one of your songs or that you sell another concert ticket or a song. You can dry up, be withered, and blow away for all I care. And I am quite sure many others feel the same way. So if you never do another concert, I don't care. What you need to do is keep your mouth shut, Bruce, when speaking of what is right. Seeing it is crystal clear, you are confused. Because when a person can't see that men have penises and should use the restroom for men, and those with a vagina need to use the restroom for women, and women are not men, and men are not women. It is demonstrated that you don't know a man from a woman, nor a vagina from a penis. Bruce, be confused for yourself and all the other perverts that can't tell bitter from sweet or a man from a woman. This is a quote from Bruce Springsteen, the Huffington Post. He acts like he's speaking for everybody in this nation, and he acts like he's doing something for everyone by opening his mouth and speak, when he's just a fool and he's supporting all of this filth, this perversion, and this debauchery. The quote from Bruce Springsteen from Huffington Post, beginning of the quote. This is Bruce Springsteen speaking. Where I live, that is in my head, heart and soul. Music matters a lot. I'm with Friedrich Nietzsche, who was never a better philosopher than when he wrote this: without music, life would be a mistake. Why is music the crucial? Why is music the most crucial, the most urgent of the arts? Because you can't see around corners, but you can hear around them. That makes musicians the artists who most reliably tell us the news before it happens. Bruce Springsteen did that last week when he canceled a concert in Greensboro to protest a new North Carolina law that legalizes discrimination against transgenders, gays, and pretty much everybody the family value cohorts dislike. Some things are more important than a rock show, and this fight against prejudice and bigotry, which is happening as I write, is one of them, Springsteen said. It is the strongest means I have for raising my voice in opposition to those who continue to push us backwards instead of forward, unquote. Bruce Springsteen, you a knucklehead and a fool, and you stupid. You understand? You don't speak for everybody else. And then you talk about this Friedrich Nietzsche guy. You're going to end up in the same place Friedrich Nietzsche ended up in. And that is hell. So you keep on trusting and believing and quoting things from Friedrich Nietzsche that makes you seem like you smart or that you wise. But really you are stupid and you are a fool. You understand? Bruce, you think you are wise for quoting Friedrich Nietzsche, of who many don't even know who he is and don't care, because Friedrich Nietzsche don't set the standard for those who follow and know the truth about the sodomite agenda. The law does not legalize. This law does not legalize discrimination. It makes sure perverts use the correct bathroom so no women, children, or men are harassed, accosted, or taken advantage of. Bruce, if you want to help the sodomites, why don't you have them live with you and use your restroom with your wife and children and grandchildren? Oh, and Bruce, we knew about this filthy, detestable agenda before you opened your mouth. So really, neither do you or any other musician set the standard for those who desire to live righteously in this perverse world. So stick to what you know, which is really nothing but music. Bruce, you really got some nerve to cancel your concert like you were playing for an audience of sodomites and perverts. Perverts aren't the only ones that buy your tickets and attend your stupid shows. What really needs to happen is you should be boycotted, and no one who lives a life approved of Jesus should ever buy any of your music or attend any of your concerts, because you have kicked all your fans to the curb for a bunch of filthy, nasty, God-hating sodomites. Charles Barkley, you're another one, opening up your mouth, talking about this law is discriminatory. Why don't you take some of the sodomites and let them live at your house with all the millions that you've made over your career? Why don't you build a bathroom for them and let them use the bathroom that you built? Since you are so adamant that they're being discriminated against, what you should do is keep your mouth shut and talk about what you know, and that is bouncing a basketball like a whole bunch of those other morons that people follow around and treat them like they're gods, but really they're idiots. Just like you, Mr. Barkley. And then Melissa McCarthy, you another one. Just because you got a little bit of blow-up situation over there in Hollywood, you afraid to speak out and say the truth about anything because you want to make sure that you getting some work so you can keep eating. That's what you need to do. Be concerned with that and mind your own business and keep your nose out of the things that do not concern you. Now, if it deals with filth and trash, then you can speak on that and talk about that. But when you speak and say that someone who is parading their filth and their nastiness in front of people that want to live righteously and raise their kids right, you have no right to speak about that. Stick to making those stupid movies you're making and don't open your mouth about anything else because you don't know what you are talking about. Mind your own business. And then Bryan Adams, just like you canceling your concert, no one is going to run to you either. So who cares if you ever sell another concert ticket? And the reason that I'm speaking on this is because you guys are being disrespectful to your fans. And the fans, if they had any sense, they wouldn't buy another one of your songs, listen to another one of your songs. In fact, you should be boycotted. You, Charles Barkley, Melissa McCarthy, and this dude, Bruce Springsteen, all of you are fools. Proverbs 30:11-13. There is a generation that curses their father and does not bless their mother. There is a generation that appear in their own eyes and yet is not washed from their filthiness. There is a generation, oh how lofty are their eyes, and their eyelids are lifted up. Use the restroom or the bathroom appropriate to your natural orientation, not a restroom of your perversions. You think you are right, all of you sodomites? But really, you know what you are doing is perverted and foul. And because people are fools, they support your perversions and sin. Why is this group of people trying to indoctrinate our children while forcing their suggestiveness of foulness and debaucherousness and lasciviousness on those who refuse to receive this salaciousness and filth that will only cause this country to fall further down the hole we have fallen because of the sodomite agenda. Yes, they are trying to indoctrinate our children by telling them this is good, these people are being hated and they're being discriminated against. Yes, I hate what you're doing. I hate people who are in these type of relationships because it is an abomination before God. The scriptures were around long before you came out of your closet or from under the rock that you were hiding under. That's what needs to happen. Is all of you perverts and sodomites need to find that rock or that hole that you climbed out of and get back down in it and make sure that you pull the rock over it, because no one wants to be infected with your filth and your disease and your filthiness. It's nastiness, and that's what it is. And you are calling it love. You are all fools. Now, this message is for those who love Jesus, and it's to encourage you to stick to those things that are righteous. And these people who are supporting this filth and these perversions, make sure that you're speaking out about it and speaking the truth. And make sure that when you're doing that, you know that you will be serving God because you are speaking the truth. Now, I do pray that the Lord will add a blessing with this message. And just like I said before, those famous people who are speaking out about this, you need to be boycotted. You guys need to be boycotted, and you need to keep your mouth shut because this has nothing to do with you. I pray that the Lord will add a blessing with this message.